Well, hi, it's Grandma Roseanne coming to you on an incredibly rainy, windy day in Southern California. We have had such weather here, it's just unbelievable because it's not our norm. So this is a good day to cook. So I thought we would start with something that's an absolute rage and it's just crossing the entire country. And we're going to talk about riced cauliflower, okay? Now, I purchased this and I guess I could do it again, but when I realize how easy it is to actually rice cauliflower, I will never do this again. This is expensive when you buy it this way. It's pre-packaged, it comes in little bags like this, and it's all well and good. However, a head of cauliflower is probably $1. I mean, it's so inexpensive, and all you do is cut the core out, pull the florets apart, put them in your food processor, and hit on, and boy, you have got the same thing here at a fraction of the cost. But this is what I have, so this is what we're going to use today. And the other thing, when you buy it like this, and this package was frozen, you have a lot of moisture in there. So when we finally get to the part of cooking it, we're going to have to cook it longer to get the moisture out. Moisture in the cauliflower is going to make it very mushy, and it's not going to be delightful because we really want it to taste like rice, because what we're going to do today is shrimp fried rice cauliflower. Should be delicious. Now, it's all about the seasonings, so what we want to do is we have a good array of Asian seasoning here. I have fish sauce, and I need 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I have oyster sauce. I want 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Ooh. I want 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I want 2 teaspoons of sriracha, and simply because this gives it a little bit of heat, but boy, it gives it a lot of flavor. Why do I never get that thing going the right direction? And 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. And if you haven't done any type of Asian cooking and you need to purchase these, I will tell you that first of all, they are not expensive, and secondly, they will last you a long time. So don't be afraid of investing a little bit into your pantry needs, because I think you'll be happy with it. Now, all we're gonna do here is just mix this up, and then we're going to reserve this. This is going to go off on the side, and we will be using it shortly. But now what we have to do is we have to get over here to the range. I'm going to turn this on right now. I'm going to turn it on to a medium high. I have a really nice wok here, so we're going to do all our cooking in the wok. Now, if you don't have a wok, go buy one. No, don't go buy one. If you don't have one, just use a skillet. Because for years I didn't have a wok and I just used a skillet. It was perfectly fine. So know that you can do this very easily. Now, what I have here are 4 eggs, and I'm just going to whip them just like this. You want to get those yolks really incorporated into that white. Then I'm going to put in just, I don't know, maybe a tablespoon, not quite a tablespoon of oil. I want that to get nice and hot here. And while this is heating up, these are the ingredients that we're going to be using, and we're going to do some of them separately here. It's heating up already, so I'll get to the ingredients in a minute because I do want to do the eggs. tilting that pan, you're getting all those yolks out, or the eggs. It's whole eggs, it's not just yolks. And I haven't seasoned these at all. The seasoning is really going to come from the mixture that we just did. Now, some recipes will tell you as a finish to your rice to put your eggs in them and then just mix it up. I really don't like that. I really like the eggs to have their own place in this recipe. And I don't want them scrambled. I really want to be able to see them. So what I'm doing is separating these out because I want them cooked all the way through. And I'm going to flip them. And then I'm just going to slice them because I want strips of eggs in that. All right, now we have all of our eggs cut into nice little strips. So when we incorporate that into the rice, you're actually going to see the egg, which is what I like. Next, we're going to do our shrimp. So once again, we're gonna put a little bit of oil in here, not a lot, just a little bit. Now, before I do, no, let me do that. Get it hot. If you don't know how to do a shrimp, it's really simple. All you do is pull that tail off, get those swimmers off, just like that. Cut down, do you see this? You're gonna cut down the middle of that shrimp, and that's the intestinal tract right there. So very simply, I just put it on the side of a board like this, pull it, just like that, and it comes out. And you don't want to eat that, so it's a good thing to get it out. Now we're going to throw our shrimp in. They're not going to cook very long, just a couple of minutes. Now, if you'd like to use the really small shrimp, I think that's like a 60 count. They're really good in this too, so you can use that. That's a very nice shrimp to use. I kind of wanted this one to have a full shrimp in it. So I'm using the 16 to 21 count. We're just gonna let those just cook for a few minutes and then we're gonna set these aside. I think our shrimp are done. They only cook just a few minutes. They don't cook very long at all. So we're going to set those aside as well. All right, you saw me wipe out a little bit of that pan because I wanted to get the grease out of it, but there's still a little bit of coating on there. The next thing we're going to put in is going to be our mushrooms. Couldn't decide if it was mushrooms or onions, but it's mushrooms. And we're going to give those a nice little stir. Now the reason we're doing the mushrooms separately is the mushrooms are going to extrude an awful lot of water. We don't want the water in our cauliflower rice. So I'm going to let this cook just until it releases the water, and then I'm going to set that aside as well. And then we're going to go on to the onions and the garlic. I think the most important part of this dish is have everything prepared ahead of time. You don't want to get to a certain spot and, oh, now I need to clean the shrimp. Oh, now I need to chop up the mushrooms. You want to be sure you've got everything done and ready, because this is a very, very quick meal to put together. And it's got so many wonderful ingredients. I'm going to remove the mushrooms as well. And these are just the ingredients that my husband and I like. Use anything you want. If you don't like mushrooms, for heaven's sakes, don't use them. If you're allergic to shellfish, really don't use them. But whatever you like in here is the right thing for your family. Now I want just a teeny tiny bit of oil in here. Just a little tiny bit. And always let that oil get hot. And then we're going to throw in our onions. I have about a cup of onions here. And you can see I'm really not giving you proportions because it's really up to you. If you like water chestnuts, use a lot. If you don't like them too much, use a little. It just doesn't matter on this. So now in goes our onions. And we want to be sure to get all of that raw taste out of the onion. That is not a pleasant flavor. This is fun, you guys. This is really fun. You guys, you can do such great things in your kitchen and make such healthy meals. And just a little bit of knowledge goes a really long way in this kitchen, I'm telling you. If you are, because we're now in the middle of February, and if you are still on your New Year's resolution of I am going to take off that last 10 pounds, this is a fabulous dish for you. If on January 2nd you blew it, but you want to start again, this is a fabulous recipe for you. And this makes quite a bit, so this is going to be far more than one meal for us. But I like having things like this in my refrigerator. When I want it, I pop it out, I heat it up. Nutritious and delicious. Now I'm going to add, probably I have maybe a tablespoon of garlic. And you want to do that, again, after your onions have started. Do not put your garlic in first, it will burn. Now I'm going to put the ginger in. If you're not accustomed to ginger, okay, what you want to do, now you can slice it if you like quite a bit of ginger. I don't know that we like that much in one bite, so what we do is just grate it like this, just like that, okay? And I have got here about 1 teaspoon of ginger. Oh my goodness, the aroma is amazing right now. All right, so we have all of our aromatics in there, and now I'm going to put in 4 cups of the cauliflower rice. All right, we have got our rice in there, 4 cups, and this is the seasonings that we made before. So we're going to pour that in there. Amazing flavor coming from that, amazing. We can throw our water chestnuts in. I put in a whole, one of those little small cans, I think it's like 4 ounces. I put in a whole one because we like it. I don't think they have any flavor at all. I really don't, but I love the crunch. So that's going in. All right, and to this now, we are going to put our mushrooms back in. Our egg is going back in. Give that a good mix. And our shrimp is going back in. And we're done. That's it. All we have to do now is plate it and taste it. We are complete, and just look. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is really, really, really pretty. Now, I like sesame oil, so I'm going to put just a little drizzle on that. And to finish it off, just a few scallions. And there you have it. Very fast, very quick, very easy, and I will tell you, it's going to be delicious. That's outstanding. Not just delicious, it's outstanding. Our shrimp are cooked to perfection. Very, very good. Very nutritious. This has a little bite to it, so be careful, especially if you're feeding children. They might not enjoy it as much. So all I can say to you is bon appetit. Subscribe, come back, thumbs up. Ingredients will be below. But the ingredients are really going to be just for the seasoning here, because everything else I want you to put in exactly what you like. So with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next video. Bye. This is good.
I want to take some of it.